Hi guys, I welcome you back to this great tutorial. I want to believe you might have enjoyed other video as well. And let me take you back. Today we want to talk about shell navigation. Navigation. In the shell navigation, let's talk about look at LS for example. So we had some program that we need to look at. Now in this project, you are asked to navigate in an Unix system, how to list files and directories, how to display. But before that, let me explain some things. Shell navigation is actually one of the programs that you need to learn to be able to write some scripts for yourself. You should be able to write scripts. When you are not being able to write script, then you will find it very difficult to succeed in your programming journey. As a software engineer, I have gone through all this, and maybe you just come in as a new student in LS, and I want to guide you here. These are some of the resources that you need to read. You need to understand this man. You need to understand man S. You need to understand CD. You need to understand less, man touch, man CP, man move, man RM, and the rest of them. You got to understand all of them. So now ask you, which command, question 1 said, which command should you use to display the current part of your current directory? And we said it's this word, pwd. Pwd means what? The present window directory. Okay? So, which command should you use to display the content of a file? And we say it's less. Okay? And now we are having another one. Which command should you use to create a directory? Say make directory, mk dir, make directory. Which command should you use to create an empty file? You say touch. Which command should you use to create? Which command should you use to copy a file or directory if additional argument? Okay, to copy a file is cp. Like to copy a file or directory. Now, which command should you use to change directory? We said is cd. Change directory, cd, change directory. Which command should you use to rename or move a file or directory? mf, that's empty rather, move directory or file. Which command should you use to list all files of your current directory? To list all files of your current directory is this. Why this? Why all this? You'll get to understand. You need to understand this short command. When you know this short code, this short command, you'll be able to create a script. Okay. Which command should you use to delete a file or a directory if additional commands rm to remove? Now, access your sandbox. Change your working directory to root. Then create an empty file. So cool. This is what they are expecting you to do. I want you to see it. Let's run it. I want you to see what they are expecting you to do. I'm doing this so that you can actually get to be familiar with this project. Now, ls, don't forget that we say ls is list directory. Let's list the directory first so that you can see where you are now. Look at where we are now. We are not in the root. We are not in the roots now. Now, question number 1 said, change your working directory. Look at the question. Said, change your working directory to root. Then create an empty file. So cool. Change your working directory to root. Then now say cd root. cd here means what? Change what? Working directory to what? To root. Okay, now let's change. Click on enter. Let's see the directory now. We are in what? The root directory. Okay? Have you seen that? Now we are in the root directory. Now they said the next thing is then create an empty file. So cool. get an empty file. So good. What is the command to create an empty file? So cool. You get the point. What is the command to create an empty file? Okay, that is what you need to understand. Until you understand this before, now this is the so code that we are talking about here. We talk about so cool. What let me check. So cool. Okay, create an empty file. So cool. An empty file is a file that you cannot trace. Now let's see SL. No. LS to list all the files. Okay, I've been able to list all the files. LS is list all the files that are here. Okay, have you seen it? Now to create an empty file should be what you need to understand now. What you need to ask, your main question should be, how do I create an empty file? What is the command for me to create an empty file? Okay, I think in our quiz, I think we did something like that. The command to, which command is used to create an empty file? Let's check whether we have something like that. Which command used to create an empty file? We said touch. Okay, do you remember this? I want you to remember this. We said touch is used to create an empty file. So what should we do now? The next thing for us to do now is to write touch what was the question? Let's say write an empty file. Touch what? So cool. An empty file for so cool. Okay, touch, press enter. It has created. Let's see ls to see whether the file is there. Have you seen it? Is there. So cool is there. Have you seen it? So you are done with that one. You are done with that. Okay, so you can now check and see, check your code. You can tell your get this confirm working perfectly well. Okay, now the next file is access your sandbox and change your working directory to root. Okay, access your sandbox, change your working directory to root. We are already in our root. Now they said then copy the file school to 10. Have you seen this? School to 10. CP school to 10. CP school to 10. So now what they are expecting from you now is CP school to oh, that was the file name. To this, right? CMP. Okay, school to CMP. CMP. Okay, CP school to CMP. Enter. It has moved the school to CMP. Okay, the file is created and it has moved to CMP. Do you see that? Have you seen that? Now let's clear it all. To clear your terminal, your sandbox, you click on clear. Now let's go back here. Another question is, Question 2 said, access your sandbox, change your working directory to root, which we had already did. Then rename the file old school to new school. Rename the file old school to new school. Now, your question now should be, what is the command used to rename a file? Are you following me? What is the command used to rename a file? That should be your question now. Currently now. I want you to give me that answer now. While I'm waiting for you, I want you to just scan through. Give me the answer now. Okay, I want to believe you might have scanned through our. Renaming a file is just like moving a file. Okay, renaming a file is just like moving a file. Because here, I think we had this in our quiz here. Let's check. Talk about command to move a file. Look at it. Which command should you use to rename or move a file? So rename and moving a file is empty. Okay. So now you come back here and said, what was the question? The question said, question 2 said, change this, not here to this. Move, not here. This is what you need to do. Come here, command, move, not here, space, to here. This is what they say you should move to. To copy it. The reason why I have to copy, listen very attentively. I would have typed it, but the reason why I have to copy is you don't make mistakes. Like now you can see it was not copied. If you copy and you are not copying it to the right directory, it will not go there. Okay? You have to copy it to the right directory. Are you seeing it? Make sure you are moving it to the right directory. Okay, this is the directory they said you should copy it and move it to, right? So press enter. Let's see. Okay, it's there. Let's ls and see. Okay, so we have been able to move not here to this place. Okay, now the next question said what? This one, this is the one that we were working with. We move, but we did not work with this one. Do you remember that? Number 2, we did not work with. Okay, let's say, then rename the file old school to this. So what you need to do here is to do this. Copy the file, come to your web time and say move old school to what? New school. Be very careful with this. If you are not careful with this, you are bound to have issues. So you have to be very careful with the file name. Very important. The file name. Move. And you see now it has moved. Now let's ls and see all these files. Okay, new school ready to be moved and school, school. So we are still moving it. We are still moving it left, right, center now. So now let's see. Task number 3 said what? Task number 3. Okay, we are done with this one. Then task number 4, number 4 said ready to be moved, ready to be removed. Now then delete the file, change the working directory, then delete the file ready to be removed. Now, what does it mean for you to delete a file? What command are you using to delete a file? Let's go back and see whether we can see that command there. Command to remove a file. I want you to see whether we can have such command. This one is to remove a directory. Which command should you use to delete a directory? This is to delete a directory. We are talking about moving a file. To remove a file. That is the one we are talking about here now. So let's check if you can see. To remove a file. Okay, which command should you use to delete a file? You can now see. Look at it. RM to delete a file. So now, what was the question? Question number 4 said, then delete the file ready to be removed. Delete the file ready to be removed. Okay, see the file here that they say we should remove. So now copy the file name. That is the file name. Copy. Come here. RM ready to be removed. Enter. Perfect. You are done. Now let's check. Have you seen it? Ready to be removed is gone. Click again. Click so that you can see it all. Okay. LS. Hope you can see it. Alright, now, so what did the next task? The next task said localization is the key. Now I said change your working directory to root. Then create a directory called what? School is amazing. To create a directory, I hope you still remember how to do this. There's a command to use this, but let me walk you through again. I want you to, so that when you see this, make a directory, create this to make directory. I want you to see the command to make or create a directory. I want you to see it. I don't want something that. Now, which command should you use to create a directory? Make directory. Have you seen this command? So that is the reason I have to take you back down there. But what was the question number 5 said? Question number 5 said what? Where is the code? Okay. Question number 5 said, then create a directory. School is amazing. Have you seen it? School is amazing. Create a directory. MK DR. Then copy paste the directory. Have you seen it? Enter. The directory is created. Now let's see if so be it. Have you seen it? School is what? Amazing. Have you seen it? School is amazing. It's a directory now. You can see it to it. Have you seen it? Now, the next question is, then remove the directory. Remove the directory, empty directory. Do we even have empty directory here to remove? Do we have empty directory here? I thought we removed that already. Okay, see the directory here. Have you seen it? Directory, empty directory. Have you seen it? See empty directory here. Let's clear so that you can see it again. Now ls. See empty directory here. Have you seen it? So you are asked to delete it, to remove this directory. See the directory that we have to remove. Don't forget that when you are creating a directory, this is what you do. Make directory. This is the command to make directory. But when you are removing a directory, this is also what you need to know. Remove directory. Have you seen that? So that is the command to remove directory. Remove, RM is remove. Then you enter the file name if it was to be a file only. But this one is directory, so you say remove directory, empty file. So now, what if I did not say remove directory? At times you need to play with it so that we can be. What if I said what if I only said remove without saying add directory? Let's see what what we will have there. Okay, let's see. Remove directory. Let's see. Can you see now? It said rm cannot remove empty directory. It's a directory. Meaning what? This simply means that this file that I want to remove here is a directory. It's not a file. It's not just a file. It's a directory. So you cannot remove it with that command. But rather, this is the only command that you can remove that. Okay. So sometimes you need to play with it so that you can be confident with it, right? So enter. Have you seen it? It's come. Let's clear so that you can see. Okay, let me tell you something. Jerome Modo is a software engineer. If we check on GitHub, you will see my GitHub account there, Jobastic. Okay, I think it will drop in the description of this video. You see that. So I want you to, if you did not follow me before, if you did not subscribe to my channel, please just do that. I'm ready. I want to start giving you insight on programming, a core programming. I have different platforms to give you Python, PHP, and in short, everything I will give you free of charge. I'm not charging you a dime for it. I want to give you clean programming. I have some classes with other students which I'm handling them. And let me tell you, in case you did not know, I'm a software engineer. I'm also schooling outside here. So I'm schooling in the US. I have a solid background of many of these programming languages. So I want to show you some things which you did not know. Okay. So now, currently now we have let's move back to our project. So if you did not subscribe to my channel, please just do. Okay, I think that was the last project that we created so far. So that was the last project. It said now after now you said don't forget to validate your current working directory. Don't forget to display the list of directories of your current directory to validate the removal of the directory. Okay, so the next thing now, what do you need to do now? They are done with all this. What else? Git add. Okay, this is what this is. It said Git, not a Git repository, meaning that I have not even linked this in a repo. That's what it means. Now don't forget, before you created this this program, this is what I was expecting from you. It was for you to do it in a sandbox. So I actually did mine, and I wanted to like push it to my GitHub account, but before I can push it to my GitHub account, I need to clone it. So with this your own, it has already been configured. If you are using LX, for example, it has already been configured with your user ID. This it has already been configured with your user ID. That is why you have the website. So you don't need to push it. Once you are checking your code will check very well and it will push. So thank you for watching, and today's video was only for you to see how you can do understand most of this. This is CP to copy, this is RM directory, that is remove directory, this is make directory, this is remove, and this is move or rename. Okay, so you get to understand this. Understanding this will actually help you a lot. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel once again.